Ladies and gentlemen, the How Far Down podcast is brought to you by
the How Far Down merch store.
Here we got our featured shirt of the week, our laserproof blue t-shirt. Protect your torso with his laserproof blue How Far Down t-shirt. Which one do you like the best?
I'm going to go with my top. Let's see. These are all nice, but bam! Bigfoot, baby.
That's
Vintage style Bigfoot and a unisex. They're all unisex, by the way.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your favorite?
I like Bribin 24/7 a lot, but
that's
I think
a good one.
My absolute favorite is right here, bro, at the top. This alien chick.
Yeah, that's
my
a top
favorite.
seller. Top seller right there. You too can have these shirts. We want to thank you so much for listening. Thank you for your support. We'll put all the links in the bio to the store. Thanks so much. Billy Elric.
What's up, brother?
How you doing, man?
I'm all right. How about you?
I'm good. Put some motherfucking cane on it.
Put some cane on it.
We'll have to show them that video one of these times. But before that one, let's show this video.
Yeah.
This is some weird shit.
We got a weird one.
I find it very weird that no one is talking about how there were 6 Nigerian billionaires who died in a plane crash mysteriously while on their way to the Super Bowl, and how Biden just posted this cryptic-ass message right after they died. The CEO of one of the largest banks in the country was on a helicopter with pilots, family, and the CEO/chairman of the Nigeria Stock Exchange when their helicopter mysteriously caught fire and crashed while on their way to the Super Bowl. And what are the odds that Biden on his presidential X account drops this photo with glowing red eyes and this weird caption that shocks all of America? And the caption for this picture that he actually posted on the presidential Twitter account was "just like we drew it up," and everyone thought that they were talking about the Super Bowl when they weren't. I honestly believe that this is what they were talking about. And if you are unfamiliar with the Nigerian Stock Exchange and what they have going on right now with America and just the overall fight for power, money, and greed, you need to pay attention to what is going on. One of the people on that aircraft was a chief executive of Access Bank, and his wife and his son were among those 6 people that were on board, and it went down shortly after 10 p.m. on Interstate 15, and all 6 people were killed, including 2 pilots and the former chairman of NGX Group, the Nigerian Stock Exchange. And what's so crazy, it is saying that authorities are investigating it, which means to me they may suspect foul play. They are trying to say that this could take up to 2 years. This entire investigation could take up to 2 years, and they are calling it a terrible tragedy. The Super Bowl was a giant ritual. And those people in that helicopter, think about it. If you take out the owner and CEO of a large bank, one of the largest banks in the country, you take off his wife and you take out his son, who is left to get the money?
Oh, there's a lot in that can.
There's a lot. That's a loaded one also.
I like what she said. I like her statement about, there's so much to unpack here. The Super Bowl being a giant ritual.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It is a giant ritual. It never crossed my mind that it's some kind of satanic ritual or something, but I mean, it is it's holiest of Sundays.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know,
interesting that you say it that way too.
the part I find very curious is I haven't fucking heard about this helicopter crash until this evening.
It happened in LA, right?
No, it didn't happen in LA. It sounds like it happened in the desert, you know, off the 15.
Gotcha.
You know, I imagine out going towards Nevada, you know, California.
Why not mainstream media coverage? That's a pretty big...
Yeah, you know, man, I Googled it real quick to just see if there was indeed a crash, you know, and, dude, on my feed, tons of shit comes up, but no Fox, no CNN, no MS13, NBC, no Reuters or nothing like that.
Yeah, none of the majors. I didn't see, at least not much. Maybe they had like, you know, page 36. Not like front coverage, but pretty big thing.
I find it very difficult to believe that a helicopter crashed in California off the 15,
and it wasn't major
and
news.
it didn't make any local news anywhere in California. I find that very difficult to believe. However, is it that difficult to believe?
I mean, here's the thing. It's so easy to get caught up in, are they trying to fucking pull the wool over our eyes? Because they really are a lot of the time anyway.
Sure.
Things can get skewed sometimes, you know. I catch myself going, oh, what's going on here? And then I'm like, oh, that might be, well, we do it. This is kind of what the show's about, right?
Right.
Which is kind of good because we check ourselves on these things. And some of the stuff is like, you know, the weird stuff makes sense. Sometimes it doesn't. This one is just, they're so picky and choosy in what they put on MSN. And that is always suspect to me. You know, like, this seems like, I mean, it's a Nigerian billionaire banker is connections to the U.S. is a pretty sounds like a pretty big topic.
Right.
So why not talk about it? So that immediately raises speculation to me, a red flag in some way. Like, okay, I got to find out why now. You know, I would like to find out why. What was the connection? What was the history? How could the U.S. benefit from this? I don't know any of these things.
Sure.
Not really prepared, actually, probably to answer these, but as you and I like to do, let's just try to hash it out, right? Like, what are your immediate thoughts that come to mind after seeing that video?
You know, man, my first thought was like...
Besides the holiest of Sundays.
My first thought was that this isn't true at all, because if a fucking helicopter crashed near the 15 freeway... I mean, bro, if there's a pileup on the 15 freeway, it makes the local news.
Right.
If Harrison Ford flies his plane at John Wayne Airport and doesn't even crash it, it makes the news.
Yeah, he just lands.
And he just lands, right? Yeah, no
Per
crash.
usual.
No crash. You know?
But, I mean, that is Han Solo. So.
Listen, bro. If
/ Indiana Jones. Need I go on?
Right, exactly.
Need I say more?
I could see it. I could see it both ways. I could see this being completely untrue.
Mm-hmm.
There's no helicopter. There's no crash. There's no Nigerian banker. I tell you what, though, bro. If there's a crash, if there really is a crash, and CNN and Fox and everybody's not reporting on it,
that's weird.
That's beyond weird. I'm going all the way the fuck down the rabbit hole
that there's something shady going on there.
100%.
Yeah.
It's too big of a deal to not make the local news. At the very minimum, to make the local news in SoCal that there's a helicopter crash near the 15 freeway.
And maybe it did, but I think it would have been a bigger deal. It should have been a bigger deal. But I didn't see anything. We both looked. We both scrolled on Google, and none of those places that had articles on it were CNN or Fox or any major networks.
There's no lack of coverage on it. There's lots of coverage on it.
Just not MSN.
Right, and the ones that I scrolled through seem to have a lot of details, the names of the 6 people. The ones I saw said they weren't all billionaires. I did see one that said the dude's he's not a US dollar billionaire. He's a Nigerian currency billionaire. Mm-hmm. He's worth like 65, 70 mil US.
The red flag to me is though he's a banker.
Right, it's more the industry, right, that he's in.
We all know what the banks are.
Sure.
Okay, so right away, what's the connection? Why was he knocked off? It comes to mind, you know. That always pops into my head when it comes to bankers, big bankers.
Right.
I mean, that's the most corrupt business.
Dude,
one of them.
I'm not claiming there's any connection or nothing, but it made me think also of the billionaire fucker that was on the submarine that got imploded.
Yeah.
They had a foreign billionaire down there also.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What is what is with that? That one went away. That was a distraction for a while, and then it went away.
I don't know, man. I can't say, you know. I mean, it wasn't a Pakistani submarine, so You know, I'm sure it wasn't a Nigerian helicopter either. If they were local mechanics, I could see how they crash and implode.
Right. Well, okay, so let's. There was another thing she tried to tie in, and actually this relates to one of the episodes we did, the Taylor Swift Ice Spice one.
Yeah, with the Biden eyes.
Yeah, the Biden eyes.
Yeah.
So when she said, so this lady, I don't even know her name, but with the Nigerian crash lady, she said that the tweet that Biden's account put out, where, hey, just like we drew up, it was kind of the way she portrayed it as, oh, it wasn't about the Super Bowl, which they just made it seem like that, but it was really about this. So this Nigerian banker was killed, is what she's insinuating, it sounds like. What are your thoughts on that?
I think the tweet was about the Super Bowl. So unlikely that it had any connection to the Nigerian banker. Unlikely.
But why not cover it? So like, what is the thing? What is the connection to why a CNN wouldn't throw major attention to it, draw major attention to it?
I mean, I could only guess, and my only guess is corruption. It's my only educated guess.
So, but like, to what level?
I think they just must have been instructed not to cover it.
Well, that for sure. I mean, they're always instructed on what to cover. That's known now, but you know, Trump was president for 4 years. That's all they talked about. He wanted his ass out. Talk about that. Talk about this. COVID, that was big. Wait, that wasn't Ice Spice in that video, was it?
No.
With
that's
longer
not
hair?
No, it's not, man.
Okay.
It's not,
I was gonna say. That'd be a devil's trick right there.
Yeah, she's tying it all together kind of on this video. She tied it in with the Satanism, you know, saying the Super Bowl is basically a big
ritual,
satanic ritual.
Well, the Super Bowl is an incredible spectacle. A lot of eyes, even more this year probably because,
allegedly it was the most viewed Super Bowl in Super Bowl history.
I have to think the Taylor Swift thing had something to do with it.
That's what they're alleging. The thing I don't get about it, man. Okay, they keep saying that like Taylor Swift is, you know, gonna get all this interest from women into the sport and stuff. It's like,
it's not gonna last.
Dude, there's at any given time, there's 22 of the most physical specimens America has to offer on the field at all fucking times.
Yeah, why aren't they fans anyway?
That's what I'm saying, dude. If the buffest, strongest, most giftedly athletic dudes wearing fucking tight pants doesn't get their attention, then what's going to?
That's a great point of view. It's a great point of view. It makes sense. But apparently that's not the case. Anyway. Or maybe it is, and they're just fudging this.
What do you mean they're fudging it?
They're fudging the stats, saying, "Oh no," you know, they're saying, "Oh, we've never had more viewers than this. More women have watched this Super Bowl than ever." Maybe that's just a lie.
Bro,
because your theory is logical. It makes sense.
I think it makes sense. I don't know if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, maybe they can't. Maybe though they can watch it for a second or two, and they're just like, I don't understand the game. That guy's hot. Great. Bye bye. Gotta go.
I mean, maybe, dude. Is there some dumb show that's got a bunch of hot chicks? I can't think of one.
Any reality show, probably.
Yeah, but it's not only hot chicks.
Right.
There's fucking dudes in there too. I mean,
right, that's true.
It's not 22 good-looking chicks wrestling each other
in tight pants. Well, the XFL, they did have that for a while.
Oh, they did have the lingerie league or some shit, right? Back in the day, 20 years ago. I don't remember, man. What was it called? I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought it was XFL. No, am I thinking so?
No, XFL was men, but there was a shoot-off of the XFL. It
was hot chicks.
Same owners, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how long it lasted. I never actually saw one. But okay, so there. I never actually saw one.
It only aired like a half a season or something. It didn't. It got squashed pretty fast.
So check this out though. If I wanted to look at hot chicks, there's other places to go.
Sure.
If a girl wanted to look at hot guys, there's also other places to go.
Fair.
Right?
Yep,
That's a fair, counter to that argument.
Yeah.
Which I think your argument's logical. It makes sense. But sometimes maybe it takes something a little bit more. Oh well, it's like girls. Like if their friends are into it, maybe they're into it. So Taylor's into it. Oh, maybe I can be into it.
Right. I got you.
Ice Spice, I'm not sure how much pull she has. Nobody fucking knows who she is. I don't. Is she very popular?
Bro, she just I think she's got some hits out there, but man, it's rough to listen to, man. It really is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's rough to listen to.
Today's music's tough, anyway.
Yeah.
That doesn't really.
Right.
I mean, we're going to offend a lot of young people, but I just can't get with it. Can't get with it. Nothing. I don't understand it.
That's all right, man. It's meant for young people. We're
Exactly.
not young anymore, so
right.
it's all right if we don't get it.
Is that what that means? We're just old? It just means we're old fuckers.
It's both, man. It's both.
Is it more we're old fuckers, or it's just shitty music?
It's both. We are old, and it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And it's made by a computer. There's no...
Yeah, a lot of times.
Bro, there's no talent. I'm sorry, man. There's no talent going into it. There's very little creativity, very little...
Yeah. This is a little off on a tangent, not really on the subject of the video, but like
sure.
On the subject that we're on now about the terrible music and the Post Malone's. I mean, I've seen him on Rogan. I like the dude. He seems like a cool dude.
Sure, I agree.
But he's always using auto-tune and shit. It bothers me.
I don't understand why he uses it live. I don't understand why you need to use it in the studio if you're a singer. I really don't.
It doesn't make any sense. You have all the tools. You have to take after take if you need. Didn't make any sense.
I don't get it, man. I don't get his whole thing either. Same thing, bro. I seen him on Rogan, I think twice. If he were hanging out, I think he seems like a great dude to hang out with.
Totally.
Seems like the dude's really into rock music also.
Yeah. And he questions a lot of shit too, like where his head's at.
Yeah. But man, I can't
get into the music though.
I don't understand his music. Again, it's not made for me, so it's fine.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
fine. No
That's
big
the beauty of music. There's all kinds of shit for everybody,
right.
But I just feel like there's I guess it's biased, I guess.
I don't understand the mass appeal of it though. It really, really eludes me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know, man.
I mean, massive marketing. It's just where we're at. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe it's that good. Maybe it's just so good we just can't even comprehend it.
I'm not buying it.
Not buying it. Me neither. I'm with you.
Not buying it.
I'm trying to play devil's advocate, but I agree. I just don't think it's good. But back to this video. Okay, so how far down this Nigerian banker?
I tell you, man.
Like assassinated.
I'll tell you what. As of now, I can't wrap my head around there being a fucking big helicopter crash off the 15. I'm sorry to sound like a broken record.
So you don't think it actually happened? Is that what you're saying?
I need to see some pictures of the wreckage or something to believe that
a lot of news sites had an article about it.
I need more, bro. I need more. So I got two. I guess I got two extremes on it.
All right, fire.
Okay, I find it hard to believe that there really was.
Put your hand in the air and wave your.
That there was a fatal helicopter crash near the 15 freeway, and that information didn't reach me or us at all for weeks. So, as of now, I got to go with unlikely that any of these things happened.
Really?
However,
big statement.
Yeah. However, I'm gonna look into it some more. And if it turns out that there was a fucking helicopter crash, I'm 100% gospel on board that there's some major fuckery going on.
All right.
Because the simple fact that the story would be buried as it was, that's enough info for me to know that, some fucking bullshit's happening here.
I'm coming at it from the opposite end.
All right.
Because the mainstream media is not covering it, and because so many other news sites did, I'm right away. Shenanigans alert. This fucking happened. Why are they not talking about it? I want some answers.
All right, so then, just to be clear, how far down there was a helicopter crash?
Gospel.
You think it really happened for
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah.
Well, then the next one's easy. Then how far down that it was some fuckery?
Gospel.
Whatever's beyond gospel, right?
What is the gospel? Gospel. Hey! I don't know. That just made me feel like a gospel dancer.
I don't know, man. I felt the spirit too.
Yeah, I felt the spirit in me right there. Yeah. No, there's something weird about that. Like I don't know what to what extent, but I just don't understand why it's not being covered. It wasn't even. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there was a quick snippet on CNN, a quick snippet on Fox, and maybe if there was, I could be wrong. Maybe there was something. I don't see any of the articles. Scrolling down, we both looked and we scrolled on Google. We never saw any. There was 2 pages worth, 3 pages worth.
There was nothing
None of it
out
was
there
CNN.
refuting it.
None of it was Fox.
I didn't see any articles refuting that it happened.
Right.
Not a single one. I only saw lots of articles confirming that it happened. Just none of them were big outlets.
Maybe this needs a follow up then when we do just like investigate it more and find out. This, right? Because I mean, you're not convinced.
I'm not convinced there was a crash at all at this point, man. And
we're gonna have to. I'm gonna prove you wrong. That's a follow up.
I'm down.
I'll see you here.
Yeah. We'll follow it. Hey, real quick though, dude, how far down that the Super Bowl is a covert satanic ritual?
I think any spectacle like that is definitely used in some ways, shapes, or forms.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at it like it's the commercials. It's in that form, in a sense, right? It's a bit of a, hey, everyone's going to be here. Let's put this stuff here so they can see it. So why not some fucking really hard, like, negative messages? Why not some influential messages in other ways, not just for product or commerce or things like that? Yeah, I think it's definitely possible that it's a giant spectacle or giant advertisement for anything.
Right.
Whoever's in charge can probably put whatever messages they want there, right?
Dude, you know what message it rubbed me the wrong way?
So likely, I say, by the way. I don't know satanic specifically. I don't know about that, but something.
Bro, did you see the Jesus foot commercial?
That was the fucking worst one.
That one did bother me.
That bothered me so much because it's the woke trying to use Jesus now.
It just made it look like Jesus was some kind of fucking foot fetishist, you know?
Like, it made him sound like Jesus was a little cave-in bitch. He was not.
Like you just wash the feet
like,
of all these grown men.
I'll wash. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'll wash your feet just to show that I don't want to look like a racist. That's fucking. That whole thing was bullshit.
And bro, they had all kinds of. Some of the pictures had some serious fetish overtones. I won't even call them undertones. Overtones.
No, they were overtones for sure.
Some serious fetish overtones and some homosexual overtones.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, there's not. But there is something wrong with calling Jesus a fucking toe-licking homosexual. Like,
I think there is.
It's not accurate.
It's not accurate. It's incorrect.
It's incorrect. Dude, I don't pretend to be any kind of expert. I don't know. I can't cite the verses, the scene where he does wash the feet of his disciples, I believe.
Yeah, but they were using it like, because you remember there was shit going on with, white people washing black people's feet because of that whole BLM bullshit.
Right.
They're trying. It's the woke hijacking. They're just trying to run with that shit.
It was.
The message of what was the message?
I just know the punchline was Jesus washed feet.
That's what it felt like, right?
That was the actual line. I'm pretty sure.
I think it was something more like you didn't care who you were or something like that. And okay, yeah, the overall message of like everyone's worthy or whatever. But that's not what they were going for.
That's not what they portrayed, bro. They really didn't. They had Bro, they had the
everyone's equal.
cop washing
That's fine.
the big fat dude's feet.
Yeah.
And
But it just goes hand in hand with fucking virtue. It's a virtue signaling bullshit.
I don't think that, dude. Again, I'm not a biblical scholar, but I'm pretty fucking sure that Jesus wasn't a serial footlicker.
Pretty sure.
Like, I don't think that he went around washing everybody's feet.
So the records show he's not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he washed the feet of his disciples on the eve before his execution.
Yeah.
As I imagine some kind of symbol of humility, one last act of service or something. Dude,
That is in fact what it was.
yeah, dude, he washed his inner circle.
His boys.
His boys,
His homies.
Yeah,
Love you guys. I'm gonna fucking die for you right now.
right.
Right?
They're in the desert. Imagine your feet get real dirty.
This is my send off. I want you to know how much I care about you guys. I'm gonna wash your feet.
But the main point, though, he didn't go around washing everybody's feet that he came across. He did it one fucking time.
Yeah.
He did it one time.
Yeah. This wasn't like a Saturday night, typical Saturday night for Jesus, for Jesus.
No, it was one time to the most elite group of people on one very dire occasion. And dude, that asshole commercial, it missed on every cylinder.
100%. That was my least favorite commercial. They were all terrible. I hate that, that's the other thing. Going back to, is it a big spec? Yeah, the whole thing. Commercials in general. We should do a whole episode on commercials in general because they're so fucking weird to me. Every commercial I see, it's such a weird. It's just like you're trying the whole concept of pitching people on buying your product.
Right.
There's just something very strange about it. Well, I'll have to elaborate more on another episode. This will take for a long time because it's kind of deep, but it's just an odd thing to me. They seem, commercials as I've gotten older just seem more and more bizarre.
Dude, I think
weird.
I think they're more and more ineffective. I feel that they're
maybe to you and I, but I feel like they're very effective to the younger generations.
Still works, like on
the easier
on the
part.
masses?
Yeah, I think so. But so we grew up and commercials were on your station all the time.
Yeah.
Now you can stream and pay for not getting advertisements.
Okay.
I don't know how many people do that. It's an option, but I don't think a lot of people do. And how many you ever see have a streaming service that allows commercials and it's like pharmaceutical thing, or you watch ESPN. I have ESPN Plus. Watch a lot of hockey. Commercials come on. It's always some pharmaceutical thing.
Dude, I don't know, man. I watch Star Trek at night, and it's like every other commercial is like for AIDS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen a lot of those ones.
Yeah,
too, yeah.
There's like only two types of commercials if you're watching Star Trek, past 2:00 in the morning. Somehow it's just AIDS and like handicapped children. Like that's it. They just trade one for one. Yeah.
But I mean, they're odd, right? I mean, they're just.
Do you suffer from joint pain, arthritis, inflammation, or eczema? Can't get a good night's sleep? What you need is some CBD from the hemp company in Nebraska. It's veteran-owned and Nebraskan-grown. Visit us at thcofnebraska.com or text 308-241-1235. That's 308-241-1235. Big Red Pain Relief from the hemp company in Nebraska.
Star Trek. Still into Star Trek, huh?
Still into it, man. Still into it.
Like the old Star Trek, like Captain Kirk?
All of them, bro.
You like all of them? There's so many of them.
There's a bunch of different series.
What's your favorite?
The
original? Spock, Kirk?
Dude, I like the original a lot.
Scotty!
No disrespect to the original, none whatsoever.
You like Scott Bakula, didn't you?
It's great for what it was, but I think the most compelling captain is actually from Enterprise, Star Trek Enterprise.
Was that Picard?
No, that's from Next Generation.
What's
He's a good captain, but he's a little bit holier than thou.
Okay.
Kirk, fucking great captain. No disrespect, he's the OG, he's the original.
Banging green bitches.
But he lacked discipline a little bit. He lacked discipline.
Loose cannon.
Yeah, all those things. To me, the Captain Archer from Enterprise.
Was that Scott Bakula? The guy from Quantum Leap?
Quantum Leap, that's the one. Yeah, that's the dude.
No shit. How long was he the captain?
Only for 4 seasons. They got 4 seasons.
Do you think that was the best one? I never saw any of them.
He's the most compelling captain.
No shit.
He's the guy for everything about his demeanor and his look about him. Yeah, this really is the kind of guy that would be running.
Could he fight?
Running
Good
all
hand,
of it, bro.
hand to hand, yeah.
Yeah, he's a lot more rugged than Picard.
Mm-hmm.
But he's way more disciplined than Kirk. He's a real military guy. I think that's the probably the.
Well, there it is.
The defining difference. He actually is convincing as a military captain.
Who wins? Last how far down question. Who wins? Kind of how far down.
Yeah.
Who wins in a fight between Bakula?
Yeah.
Captain Kirk, original. Picard. No weapons, hand to hand.
Picard's getting fucked up.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he can.
He's getting fucked up.
He doesn't seem like he knows how to fight.
Nah, bro.
He seems like he's gonna talk his way out.
Dude, no disrespect, but diplomacy ain't getting you out of this one, Picard. Your bald ass dome is getting split the fuck open, right?
By who?
I think Archer, bro.
You think Archer beats them both?
The only way that Kirk wins is just from fate. If he's just gifted by God for being Captain Kirk, that's the only way he's actually going to win. Short of that, it's all Captain Archer, bro.
Archer.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
On that note, until next time,
Peace.
don't fuck with Captain Archer. Peace.